Hello everyone, this is Tina with Taz's Treasures, and I have something a little bit different. I've done this before in the past, but it's been a while. So, Throwback Thursdays, I pulled out a card kit that I have from Spellbinders. This is actually August of 2022, so yeah, I've had it for a while. I've got a lot of card kits and boxes that I want to start going through and trying to do something with. Anyway, I thought real quick I'd let you know what was in this kit or what I have left of it, and we would go from there. So I've got 10 card bases, got a bunch of Spellbinders card bases. We've got the 9 pieces of cardstock that originally came in the kit. A gold, a white, a cream, a navy blue, a light pink, a gray, and I believe that's black. Yeah, next to the navy blue. We have got a stamp set that's got some nice sentiments and some butterflies and dandelions and different things. We've got some foam pieces. We have got some chipboard with sentiments and stuff on it. My husband is yelling at the dogs in the background. I apologize if you can hear him. I tell him to try to be quiet, but you know. And we've got some sequins. These are kind of an iridescent light blue. They're very pretty. We have got our paper pad that it's got 2 of some sheets. If I've used them, there's only 1, but I've got, I think, almost 1 of every sheet, but some of these only have 1 sheet left because I used them already. We've got our adhesives that came in the kit. I've still got this. Got some foam and some double-sided tape. Usually I use glue for these kits. We've got our dies, and our dies are what's on this sheet right here. We've got the sentiment, Smile Often, a butterfly. We've got the shadow and the innards and the little body. Same with couple stars. We've got the shadow and the die. And we've got this cute little frame. So we've got all those right here. We have some butterflies stickers. There's 6 of these left. I'm hoping to use these. And of course, all of our die cuts. I'm going to kind of spread these out a little bit on the table behind me. I've got like a tray, a TV tray that I bring in here sometimes when I want to spread out this kind of stuff. Who am I kidding? By now, that TV tray is always like in the corner where I do a lot of stuff with it because I am so spread out over my desk. And what I want to do that's a bit different is just about everybody's got some butterflies and stuff. So not everybody has this kit, but I thought it's been a long while since I brought in some card sketches. Now I've only got 3 of them here to start. So I'll definitely probably be using 3 of these, the 3 I've got out. And I might even pull some more out, or I might just make up some cards on the fly. I'm not sure. But the card sketches I've got are Mojo Monday card sketch 547. I've got a Mojo Monday sketch 532. And I've got my favorite thing card. My mind just went. 481. Anyway, the number of this one's 481. Yeah, card sketch. I'm not even sure if they still have these online. I'm assuming they do. Once something's on the internet, they never truly go away. And why would they get rid of these anyway? Because they're so helpful to so many card makers. And so I use these with my papers and everything else. So let me cut out some paper and, you know, get prepared, and we'll make some cards. Okie doke, let's see. For our first card sketch, we've got the Mojo Monday sketch 554 we're going to be doing. And that one, let me bring in my stuff here. We have got some pretty little die cuts from the kit, as well as some pattern paper. And there was a little banner that came in the die cuts. It had about another 1/2 inch on top, and it had a little hole for a tag, and I cut it down just a little bit. I didn't cut it all the way down to what we're seeing here because I think these card sketches are more of a suggestion. None of it's like set in stone that you have to do it this way. Now, like the different layers like this, I try to cut out pretty much what they tell me, but there is still room for play. So we've got our card base here. Make sure it's opening on the right side. These are actually, I don't know if I mentioned, I think I did Spellbinders card bases, so they're not very thick. They're probably, I don't even think they're 80 pounds. They might be. I got like ink under my fingernails. Anyway, let's go ahead and glue this down. Now, all of these are made to have a little white border around the side. And let's get some glue down here. Okay. Put that right in the center pretty much as it's shown. And now this pattern paper is really just paper. There is no weight to it at all. It's the thickness of like a printer paper, so it layers really, really well. We've got this pretty piece that we cut down. Some of it, I tend to keep my scraps in these card kits, so I had some of this paper already cut down for me. I didn't have to do much, which is why some of it got used more than once. You're going to see in some of these cards. Glue that down like that, and perfect little circle already cut out for me that says beauty all around. Beauty all around? Yep, beauty all around with the Y in front of it, but okay. Y'all. Beauty y'all around. Don't know why they thought that was something people say, but we're going to use it anyway. It's not exactly the 2 1/4 circle that is called for on the sketch. Like I said, these are more of a suggestion, not really something you have to use all the way. You know what? I should move this. Is it glued down already? It is. I made this. Yeah, I should have glued these down in different layers. See, when I had these laid out, I had this moved over, but obviously I wasn't paying attention to things too well because I have this too far over. It should be over more. No worries though. I was going to make it work regardless if I had to cut down this fishtail banner more or not. But I could just layer it right here and get a little bit like that, which means we're going to either have to move this over or up because I don't want it right there. So I think, well, right there still works. Yeah, so we'll do that. And if you've watched my channel any length of time, you knew that a lot of my cards end up with mistakes that I have to fix. I'm going to do a little this or a little of that. And I'm going to use these little die cut stars that came. And let's see, how are we going to use them? Put one there. I kind of like it there, which means that should go down a bit more. And I don't want them in line. Kind of want them off a bit. So these two form a nice line. We could kind of do a triangle like that. Actually, that is more pleasing to the eye, the nice triangle shape. So that's what we're going to do. Put that down there. And do this one next. So I hope everybody is having a fabulous night. It is Wednesday as I'm filming this, and hopefully it'll drop on Thursday. And I've got nothing much going on here at all. I cooked a corned beef for St. Patrick's Day, and I baked it in the oven. I didn't boil it, and now I've got enough left over that I think tomorrow night or the night after, I'm going to slice it up and make Reubens out of it with some sauerkraut and Swiss cheese and a little bit of Thousand Island dressing. Grill it all up on the rye bread and got a whole second meal out of it. It should be delicious. Okay, so this is card number 1. Nice, simple, pretty little card with card sketch, 547, and I think that turned out pretty well. Let's move on to another card sketch. This time, let's do, we will do card sketch, my favorite things, 481, and for this one, got some die cuts and some regular paper and pattern paper. So I've got this real pretty pink and green sheet of paper here. And we're going to just get some glue on the back of it. And I used to get all these Spellbinder kits every month back when they first came out. And I have got a bunch of them still in boxes. And, you know, because I would make my 10 cards, kind of 10 cards, 1 kit. But there was still so many supplies left in these. And so I'm going to start trying to bring them out, making some more cards, and doing something, make some more room in my craft room, because those boxes, which I have these in, really take up a lot of space. And for a time there, I was getting a bunch of different card kits. I had, you know, FOMO, real bad fear of missing out, so I would get a bunch of them. Originally, it was just to try the different ones, but then I kind of got hooked on some of them. I got Pink and Maine for a while there, and of course, Simon Says, I still get that one. That's the only one I'm getting anymore. And I do like that you can skip that one, but a lot of times they have so much that I really like in the kits that I don't skip them. But yeah, I tried like Tonic, which was more die heavy, Tonic craft kits, and Brutus Monroe. I only got them a couple months. And I'm trying to think, oh, and of course My Hero Arts. I was with them for quite a while until they started really switching how their kits work as well. So we got this down, and let's go ahead. We're going to put our square down. Now this is a smaller square. I don't think it's 2.5 inches, is it? It's 2.25 inches square, because I had a piece of this pattern paper already, which was not a square, so I was able to cut it down into a square, and I didn't worry about that extra 1/4 inch, because these are, like I said, more suggestion than they are gospel. Okay, get that right there. And if you wanted to pop up any of these papers, you would have to mount them on cardstock first, because they simply are too flimsy otherwise. Now, I was thinking we're going to put this there. Oh, wait. No. That's not what I want to do. I want to put her there instead of our little circle. And then I'm thinking instead of our 3/4 circle, we're just going to put this kind of there. And then we've got a couple little stars that we're going to use instead of our 1/2-inch circle. And it just kind of brings everything together that way. There's, you could probably put sequins down, but the blue sequins that came in this kit don't really match. And I'm trying not to bring in a whole lot of outside ingredients, as you might want to call them. Try to center this just a bit. It's going to be slightly off-centered. And our little winged girl here. And Spellbinders used to have some of the most amazing ephemera, and you'd get 2 in each kit, so you had more than one to play with. Okay, we'll put her there, and our 2 little stars. I wonder though, it is really heavy this way. I wonder if we should just ignore the card kit and put our stars on this side. I think so. I think we're gonna, instead of putting them there, I think we need something off to this side. Might be because I put everything that's a little bigger than what's here, so it's a little heavy in this direction. And get my tweezers here. I have a pair of Simon Says tweezers that I hardly ever use because I don't want to get glue on them, and every time I use these tweezers, it's because I am gluing something. It's kind of like, yeah, why do you have all these things if you're never going to use them? Because I might use them someday. You never know. I need stuff just in case. I'm sure a lot of you have stuff like that. Like I bought the Spellbinders paper, but, every color, but I only got 1 sheet, so now I can't use any of it because I only have 1 sheet. So I just ordered some more of it in the 5x2 size, and I ordered 2 packs of those, so I'll be able to use both of those now because I have my 8x12s or whatever the heck, 8.5 by 11 already put aside. And which way do I want this little star to go? And where do I want it to go? Up there. And I think we were talking about right here. Okay, and this is card number 2. Now, moving on to our third sketch is Mojo Sketch 532 Mojo Monday. And this one, I went ahead and I cut out a scalloped circle using a Spellbinder scallop die. The die that came in the kit, I went ahead and I cut out gold cardstock, and then I used white cardstock and used the stamp out of the kit that says, by being yourself, you put something wonderful in the world that was not there before. And this is Simon Says Carnation ink. And then, of course, we've got our little butterfly from the kit and 2 pieces of pattern paper and light pink cardstock. So we've got the light pink and the dark pink we're going to be using. Let's start by gluing our light pink cardstock down. And I think I might have a piece of cardstock that I can finally write hi on. Well, hi, everybody. Let's get this down there. And I was at a party with some relatives Sunday, and one of my relatives, my aunt, she's 4 years older than me, so you know, she's more like a cousin than an aunt, I guess, told me she really would like some blank cards, because I'm like, I can give you guys cards. I have lots and lots of cards. And so I'm thinking that that's what I'm going to do with all of these. That's why I didn't make any of them birthday cards or anything to out there, because these cards will be good for anything. Open them up, blank on the inside. You can write happy birthday even to this sentiment, or, you know, whole lot of things you can do with these. And so I'll give her 8 of them, because I am going to be making 8 cards. Let's get this off to the side, make sure we have it where we want it this time. And this one we're going to put right next to it, and we're going to have a bigger side showing there than we do on the left side of our card. So we're kind of following this one more than we have the other ones that we've made. And this is actually the first card that I cut out, and, you know, was trying to get everything that I needed done for it so I could just start gluing when we came live on the video. And that's why all this is much more in keeping in line with this than the other two, where I'm like, I can't find this size or that size. I'm just going to kind of wing it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this down. This is what the butterfly's for. We're going to put the butterfly in the center here, because just an empty scallop circle is kind of sad. You know, it's like, again, these sketches are just to give you an idea what to do. You still want to put your sentiment and different things on the kit, on the cards. You just kind of have to decide. You're going to put a sentiment there. You're going to put it in the square. Let's put this right about there. And get that nice and glued down. And this, let's see. Going to, where do we want both of these? Right about there. Yeah, that looks good, because then our butterfly can be right about there. I went over just a little more. I'm going to give our butterfly plenty of room. Okay. And I've been using different glue other than this glue press, because it hasn't wanted to really come out too much for me. It keeps getting not so much clogged as the glue's a bit thick. And I finally got it to come out tonight, and I'm hoping that it'll keep playing nice, because I'm thinking, should I try to put water in it to thin it down a bit? I'm not sure how that'll work out. And I've got, out of the 2 different size nozzles that come with it, I've got the slightly bigger one on. I think you use the smaller one for wetter glue, which I bought some Positively Perfect Craft glue, because this is definitely a lot more fluid than their Craft Tacky glue. Their Craft Tacky glue is thick, and that's what I have in here right now. And so it's a little bit harder to dispense out of here. And I'm going to have so much glue on here and this that I am going to use the back of my hand to take some of it off, so we're not getting too much of it oozing out. And I'm not going to put glue on the whole thing everywhere, because you don't need it. You just need to make sure you can tack it down. And once it's down, it's not going anywhere. Actually, I don't even think I need to tap this on the back of my hand. I think we might be okay. There's a few spots there that look like they've got a lot of glue on them. And some spots that look like they don't have enough. I think we're okay here. Okay. That's why I've got glue all over my hands. And we will put this right there. Luckily, this glue does dry clear, so even if it does ooze out, you're not going to see it once it dries. You see, just little dots. That's enough just to glue it down. Doesn't need to be swimming in glue. Now, these butterflies already have adhesive on the back of them. Because this is a 4-year-old kit, I found sometimes they have a little bit of trouble getting like chipboard stickers off and things. Sometimes the butterflies, these came off beautifully. Look at that. That is so pretty, this butterfly with the pink and the gold trim. Okay, and this is card number 3. I love this one. Out of the 3 of them, this is my favorite so far. Now, moving on, we have got card number 4. Now, I have got some pieces of pattern paper. Like I said, I saved the pattern paper when I first used the kit, and so these were already cut, and we are going to use them with this card. And I've got a piece of ephemera that came in the kit, a little chipboard balloon, and I've got a butterfly that was made with the die cuts, and one that was in, butterfly I made with the dies. This was a die cut. And I had a little butterfly outline because I wasn't sure if the gold, the 2 pieces needed to go together or not. And they did not. You could use them separately. And if you used them together, you got a little gold frame of a butterfly, which is what I used. And I just put it around this black and white monarch butterfly die cut. I figured give it a little bit more color. So I'm not sure which of these I'm going to use yet. But let's start by gluing down. Oh, I don't know why. I have 2 sides that are the same, and I always have to turn it over to put the glue on it. Do you find yourself doing the same thing? It's like I don't need to turn the card front over to put glue on, but I do. It's just plain, cardstock, or in this case, light pink Spellbinders cardstock. So make sure that, should have checked earlier, make sure we're opening the right side. Yes, we are. This card, these card bases are thin enough. If by some chance I found that I had glued the fronts on the wrong side, upside down or something like that, you could just go ahead and cut the entire front panel off and re-glue it to a different card base, because I've done that before. So now we're going to have to figure out exactly how far down or up, in this case, this is going to go, because they are going to overlap a little bit. This should be good. Right around. Make sure right around there. Put a little mark, because if any of you know me, I glue stuff in the wrong spot, which is why stuff like the plastic wrap. I can't think of the name of it, press and seal, which is why that is so perfect when you have a nice arrangement. You can put a piece of press and seal on it and not lose where it was supposed to go. Because everything, otherwise you could take a picture of it, which some makers do, but I use my camera for filming, so I can't very well take a picture of it unless I had a separate, different camera to film with. And someday maybe I'll get one, but I'm not there yet. And my iPhone just films so nicely. Okay. Got you right here. I mean, I could have cut that down just into a diagonal piece of pattern paper, but there was no need. With the paper being as thin as it is, it doesn't make much sense to trim everything down. Now, I was thinking of possibly using a corner rounder on these edges. And I don't know which of these I'm going to use. We've only got a little bit of black, and the black writing, and of course the black on the balloon. This one. But I do think, let's go ahead. And do you think we should use a corner rounder? It's not going to hurt. Probably don't need to use it on these ends here because they'll be covered, but we'll do it anyway. Okay. Looks a little better. And this is a big piece of ephemera. I was surprised to see that. Sometimes these kits come with journaling cards, which aren't quite as thick as chipboard, but they're like playing card thickness. This is, again, just paper. Let's glue this down first, and then we can try to figure out if we want butterfly A or butterfly B. I think these cards got a beautiful, why do I still have this up? Have a beautiful Easter kind of springy vibe. And that's why I'm not quite so sure about this guy here. And there we go. Our chipboard kind of wanted to peel off a little bit because these, again, are very old stickers. And they didn't want to come off the backers at first. Okay, let your dreams be your wings. And I think it'll just be off balance if we use two of them. And I don't want to cover the flowers. I mean, I had a card we're going to be making bit later that this card would have, this sentiment here with the florals would have been perfect if the florals were on the opposite sides. But yeah, that I don't want to do. And there's not quite enough room to do the two of them together. As much as I like this one, I think there might just be a little bit too much pink in it. I think if this was a pale green instead, that would have been perfect. That maybe should have been what I used, but I don't have it. So we're just going to use the black and white one. Well, why they gave us a black and white butterfly, or a grayscale was more actually like it. I went that way. Yeah, let's make it that way. And why didn't I leave it so we could pop up? Oh, well. Too late now. I glued it down flat. Anyhow, this is card number, what is this? Card number 4, I believe. Yes, it is. Now, we're going to move on to card number 5. Now this one, I used the opposite of card number 3. I used the white and the gold that we got when I cut out, used this die. I got a middle piece and this outside piece, and so that's why we have these 2 pieces. And this very pretty blue pattern paper with all these pale butterflies all over it. And these cards come together really quick. This card kit used to be so perfect for that. And I have got a lot of card kits available. Few of them I didn't even use, but if anyone wants to buy some of these card kits from me, I will most likely just charge you shipping. So just let me know. Now, of course, there's not going to be very much left of this card kit because I used a lot of the die cuts, and I do still have all the pattern paper just about that came with it, but the light pink, and I cut those in half sheets just to store them. But I think I've only got 4 of the butterflies left and things like that. But if you are interested in some card kits, let me know, because I am thinking of giving them away at the end of these videos for free. Like I said, just pay shipping and handling perhaps. And actually I'm thinking maybe of not even charging for shipping and just getting rid of them to have someone else enjoy them. But this card kit I've got all put away and broken down and things. So this one, I will not be starting with this one. But if that's something you're interested in at all, let me know. And I might just start giving them away. Let someone else enjoy them because I've got too many of them. And let's see. I'm going to put this down in the middle. And glue that down nice. Come on. I need to change my glasses. Okay. Yeah. Glue this down. And Spellbinders had some of the very best gold cardstock. You can still get it. It's like a foil cardstock. It cuts beautifully, and you know, that was the big thing. It's got this beautiful shine to it, and it just die cuts wonderfully. Very easy to die cut with, and it looks like a piece of foil. Okay, let's get beautiful in every way. We're going to put that down here. And I only used the stamp set that came in this kit the one time, and that was on the card kit with this mirrored image. Was it the 3rd card we did? I believe. Beautiful in every way. Believe it or not, I did use some of the foam stickers that came in this kit with one of our cards. Let me see if I can get this butterfly off. That's going to go in the middle here. There it comes. Yep, get that one off. And should we put it straight or at an angle? I tend to like things at an angle, but I'm wondering if this one just wouldn't look great straight on. I think I say, and then I just stop and go, I'm not sure what I think. Let's see, we get that way or that way. Both ways look good. Okay, we'll do straight on. I'm gonna make sure I get the thing with straight is you gotta make sure you get it even. And well, that's as even as somebody named Tina, being me, is going to get it. And now we will use 2 of these little stars, and we're going to put them right there where I've got them. And it is so quiet in here. I love crafting with like music going in the background. The problem with that is that YouTube's censors will pick it up and we will be censored. I need to come up maybe with some music that is not copywritten, because I'm not even sure I could use classical, because the people who redid the classical music, the orchestras, are going to want their cut. Okay, got a little glue on top of that star. But this is card number 5, and it is beautiful in every way. I love the gold. I love the butterfly. Now, moving on to card 6. We've got another card we're going to use chipboard on. I've got the 2 pieces of pattern paper we are going to stack. And let's start by gluing this to the slightly bigger piece of pattern paper. This, I believe, is 4 by this one. This one is 3 1/4 by 5. Is that right? 3 1/4 by 5. That's what it looks like to me. And so that means this is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, the green sheet, that is. Okay. And because I was holding it, I don't have it completely straight on the top and bottom, but I never get everything completely straight. I mean, if you want perfect cards, you can watch Christina Warner or Kathy Zilski. I don't think I've ever made a perfect card in my life. But those are wonderful card makers. I am not dissing either one of them. I admire them for their skills. They do beautiful work. And of course, we can't forget the name I just forgot. Jennifer McGuire. She is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. And not only do all her cards come out perfect, she can do like a ton of them at once and they all come out perfect. And her husband invented press and seal. So she has given back to the craft community so much. Now, the reason that I wanted this card here that I'm going to bring and show you, the reason I wish that these florals were on this side, because it would have been perfect on this card with the owl, but once you use the owl where I want it with the tail feathers off the side of the sentiment, you lose the roses and the butterflies. So that's why I did not use it on this card. I didn't use the big sentiment. Now let's go ahead and see if we can get this off the backer, because the sticker wants to pull. We'll just put a little glue back there to fix this up. And I think a little glue on this ear where it was coming off as well. And now we can put our little owl right there. breaking the plane of our pattern paper up and to the side a little bit. And we're going to do the same thing with this gorgeous mug of flowers. And try to get it off the backer without pulling everything. And there we go. Yeah, these are so old, they just want to pull the whole side or the whole backing off. It doesn't matter if we tear that little bit because who's going to see it on the back? But I want to make sure I glue these down. Alrighty. Now this is going to go right like that. We got to make sure you can still see the sentiment. And stick that down right there. And we're going to put a star on each side, a little black and white star. They're going to go on each side of this. And this was a square sentiment. I rounded the edges before you ever even saw it because it needed them. The square edges just didn't look very good. Okay, and this is card number 6. Just 2 more to go, and you can be done with me. Of course, you could be done with me now just by like hit and click, but please don't do that. If you like this video and are still here, well, if you weren't still here, you couldn't hear what I'm saying. But if you like this video and you're still here, please give it a thumbs up. Oh, look, I think this is 2 of these. Yes, because I said you get 2 of all of them. And you're still here, please give it a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm and it helps me tremendously. And I don't really expect this video to get a whole lot of views. I find that throwback videos are low viewed videos most of the time. Most of the people that are watching are the people who want to watch me just to point and laugh because I messed something up again. Oh, not really. You guys are all lovely. But I wouldn't blame you for wanting to watch to see if I did mess up and if I messed up, how I fixed it, because I do fix my mess ups. Okay, we did use this pattern paper on an earlier card. We used it for one of the blocks of pattern paper. Well, this sentiment came with the die cuts. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. And that is a beautiful sentiment. And probably I should maybe take the second die cut of this because I have one left and maybe put it in a frame and remind myself of this when I start like messing up my cards. Because I need to remember, like everyone else, that I am only human and things sometimes don't always go according to plan. Okay, now I want to go ahead and try to collage a bit with this. I want this one up there. I'm not worried about covering these little whoop-de-doo flourishes. Got that one there. And then we've got the butterfly right there, and we're going to put a star right about there and just kind of balance it out that way. And we'll start with our musical notes. And I thought I would be doing a lot more of actual collaging where you put a big grouping of die cuts, but the way it turned out with most of these cards is I've got grouping of die cuts, but not like as many, I guess, as I thought I would. If you know, not like I thought I would be using die cuts to more, maybe do something like that, and then another one up here and everything. But I wanted to make sure we could see our sentiments, and I wanted the sentiments to be the star. And so we're doing mild collaging instead of major. Major and mild don't really, they're not opposites, are they? Major and minor, I guess, would be, and mild and spicy. So we're not doing spicy collaging, we're doing mild collaging. Huh. And was that stuck to something before? It must be, because there's a little bit of glue already on this one. Wonder why. I'm going to glue this down the middle and have this one so it's kind of popped a little bit. I want to get that so it'll fit in an envelope. Yeah, move that down just a bit there. And now, last but not least, let's put our star on. And we're going to be done with card number 7. Yay. And this is card 7. Now for card number 8, last but not least, I have got another scallop from using Spellbinders scallop die. And I've got a little kitty from the die cut, a piece of chipboard that says every day holds new magic, 2 little stars, and 3 pieces of pattern paper that we're going to glue down. And we're going to glue them so we can get a little bit of a border all the way around this card. So let's go ahead and glue this center one down first so we know exactly how much room we need on both of the edge pieces. See, I'm thinking ahead. For the last card, it takes me till now to start thinking ahead, because normally I would just be willy-nilly slapping on the card or the pattern paper and then being like, oh, I should have put this piece on first, but I didn't. But I did this time, so I'm going to put these other 2 pieces on now. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you. If you are a subscriber, thank you. And thank you so much for making it this far. I love all my subscribers. I love all my viewers, whether you are a subscriber or not. I know there are certain channels that I should probably subscribe to, but I haven't yet. Some of them are channels I just don't want to watch all the time, but I mean, I don't know why I don't subscribe to them. But most of them that I don't subscribe to have like thousands and thousands of viewers. It's the channels that only have maybe a few hundred to maybe 1,000 viewers or so that I tend to subscribe to, because I figure those are the struggling ones that need it a bit more. And I have met some nice people that way. Okay, that looks gorgeous. Now let's go ahead. Are we going to put that there? Because I don't remember exactly how I had this set up at first. We have our little star there. We can put 2 of them here and kind of do our diagonal line like that. I think that's what we're going to do. And I am going to cut away from me peeling this paper, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and I've taken all the release paper off of here. So let's get this kind of centered. And pat that down. And we're going to put our magical kitty cat right in the center of that scalloped piece of paper. Get our kitty down there. Our kitty holding the star. That's so pretty. A pretty kitty. And peel our Everyday Holds New Magic put that right there. And I realized I didn't use any of the blue sequins that came in this kit. There was only one card where blue sequins would have worked, so I'm not sure why they gave us blue with this kit. We do have a few pattern papers and stuff that would work with blue, but most of the pattern papers have pinks in them. So wouldn't pink sequins have made more sense? I don't know. Most of the time, Spellbinders was on top of that. Not this kit. That's the only thing, if I had to complain about this kit, that I would complain about. Give me like a clear sequin that goes with everything, or a white one, or pink. Think pink. Okay, and this is card number 8. Now, I could have been pedantic and I'm tripping over that word, and done 10 cards like the original card kits we used to do, 10 cards, 1 kit. But in this case, it is 8 cards, 1 kit. So let me put them down. Here is card number 8. So in no particular order, these are the 8 cards. That was a nice card. I think I like the way all of these turned out. They're all pretty nice. And that one with the butterfly. So the ones with the butterfly stickers are all my favorites, I would have to say. And we'll move this one over a bit so we can fit in one more card in this top row. And there we go. And now the 3 from the card sketches. There's 1. I got a piece of cellophane there. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. And that is it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now, everybody.